you say? He says, let's turn them loose, and we are underway. Working it up into turn at number 1 and 2. 6 down, 6 to go. Everybody slicing and dicing through the corner as your race leaders entering traffic. Off of corner number 4, this is the battle for the 2 spot as we have 2 laps to go. As our leaders work their way off of corner number 4, John Appleby will see the checker in yellow first as he wins it. Elliot Mel crosses in position number 2. As the Mid-State Vintage Stock Car Club, the 63 coming by of Tex Gordon, Rob Castee 71, Bill Kisselstein in the 37, the 7 of Paul Appleby, Norm Richardson in the number 47.
Now this car actually did race, did it not, back in the day of yesteryear?
No, it's a replica, but it's about as close to the real thing as you can get. Bill Marsh built everything on this, handmade of his machine shop there in Hastings, and it's really quite the piece. It goes along pretty good for what it is.
I bet you it's a lot of fun to drive.
It's a ride. I have more fun doing this 3 or 4 times a year than anything else I do all year long.
So did you ever race against some of the guys like Charlie Chazanbeck?
Yeah, there's Charlie and Teddy Warner, and I remember when Mike Stepanek was just coming up.
Okay, so you've been around the history book pretty good. How you like this track at Rolling Wheel?
I love it.
Particularly when you collect a nice trophy like that and a checkered flag.
I like the track anyway.
Tell us a little something about the car. You're in the quick division, right?
Yep, I have the 36 Chevy Coupe with a 98 Troyer chassis.
98 Troyer chassis. Wow, so it probably ran here at Rolling Wheels before.
Used to be Bobby Barron too.
Used to be a Bobby Barron car. Hey, you put on a great show. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for the Mid-State Antique Auto Club? They really put on a great show.
Joe Reeves in the 00, making his way up into turn number 1 and 2 with Russ Marsden in the number 28. They fire together through corner number 3 and 4. Joe Reeves gets a good start, so does Russ Marsden as they come down to the line together. The green and white are out as one as they head up into turn number 1 and 2. Marsden on the top shelf. Reeves lets it slide out just a little bit. Marsden by a half car length, and here comes Reeves down on the inside. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, Reeves on the bottom, Marsden on the top shelf. Off the turn, Marsden's gonna bring it off the corner, and Marsden will pick up the win. Reeves will cross in second. Kewer will cross in position number 3.
Russ, I'm going to tell you something. Like I said, they don't have to be 19, 20-second laps here. You guys are, I think, around 24, 25 seconds. But boy, when you go side by side, door handle to door handle, that's one hell of a race.
Yeah, we rubbed just a little bit there before that yellow come out, and other than that, he held his line real well. I like racing with him. He's class act.
Ladies and gentlemen, that flag is a VP Racing Fuel flag that has been autographed by the drivers, and that flag will be presented to the Ames family. Tom Ames, you're a hell of a man. We miss you.
Earth-shattering, thundering, big block modifieds ready to turn it on here at the wheels. And they do that with Billy Decker and Justin Harris right there in the number 1 spot. Harris trying to hook up on the outside, Billy Decker on the inside, Billy Decker will lead line,
And Van Shepard isn't really able to close in much on the Decker number 91. We'll put him on the clocks this time and see what the difference is as they come across the stripe. 1.4 seconds, so Decker loses 2/10 to Shepard in traffic. Shepard, look at each other, put the visor down, cinch up the belts, and away we go.
Down they come here off that 4th corner. Shepard now staying with the leader, Billy Decker, a little bit longer, coming down into turn number 1. And here is Shepard. He draws up on the outside. Shepard puts a bumper in front going down into the tricky number 3 corner. We've got a new leader. Danny Johnson working the bottom on Brett Hearn, and it looks like, look out, they slide up, almost touch turf guard. And Brett Hearn looked out and says, uh-oh, look who's here, the doctor. He wants to play and pay a house call. Danny, a solid 4th. Danny slides to the inside. The doctor puts a half a car in front of him in that position, and he's trying to use up some racetrack going down the back straightaway. Hearn knows that he's got to keep a nose in front as he races hard down into turn number 3 and retakes the number 3 spot. Johnson just never gives up. We've got a car pulling in to the pit area, but he is out of harm's way.
Oh, and the doctor's got the spot. Danny Johnson just took the 3rd position from Brett Hearn off of corner number 4. So the doctor now moves it up into the top 3 and looking for a podium finish as he gets around the Jets.
Working off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is going to be out. Van Shepard takes the win. It's going to be Billy Decker in the number 2 spot. Back here in the number 3 spot is the Dr. Danny Johnson. Finishing 4th is Brad Hearn. Billy Duck 5th.
Billy had a pretty good lead on you. Then that caution came out, put you right next door to him. Take us through that restart. What was the game plan?
I was just going to take a stab at the top. I really didn't think I could, pull him off the top of 2, but I must have hit it just right and got a good run. And I knew if I could beat him to the top of 3 that I'd have a good shot at getting by him. Then it was just a matter of trying to hold him off for 45 more laps.
You had a very good race car underneath you, but Matt said in his interview if he could beat you to turn number 3 on the top side, he thought he could keep you behind him, and he did.
Yeah, that was the key. I was too good early. I mean, I was supersonic early, and I said, man, it might be a little loose late. He was just flat out balanced a little better than we were the last 35 laps. But, the bottom 1 and 2 was a lane of choice, so that's why I was taking the bottom on the restart. He was on the outside of me coming off of 2 and sailed it around the top of 3 and 4, so that certainly was the winning move. But he was flat out better than we were the last 35 laps anyhow. So Gibson Wholesaler car is pretty good. I'd like to thank all the fans for supporting us, and glad to be here.
You started the night taking a pace lap around here in honor of Tom Ames. Thank you very much for doing that. A longtime supporter of dirt car racing and one of your big fans. To do that, I know means a lot to a lot of people. Thank you.
Well, it's a great honor for me to be able to represent his family. I know his family since I started racing, and this is a great honor for me to be able to do that.
Danny Johnson, a great job tonight, always putting on a show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The doctor, Danny Johnson, 3rd place finish here at the Rolling Wheels Raceway.
Bringing them down out of turn number 4. Here they come. They square it off. It is Eric Gregor going up to the number 1 spot. Stewie Shepard right there in the number 2 spot. They race going down into turn number 1. Come off of turn number 2. Adam Hilton in car number 3-8. And Hagan in car number 12 now. All swing around and look for room to go racing as they charge down into turn number 3. 5 in, 25 to go, and the battle's going to be picking up for the number 1 spot. Gregor is the leader. But coming in, working hard, coming out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway is the 66 of Danny Wiesner. Wiesner now hooks on the outside, and it looks like we're going to have, yes we are, a new leader coming down the front straightaway. Watch this battle coming out of turn 4 and down the front chute right now. Gagara's got the number 2 spot. Here is Adam Hilton down onto the inside, and Adam does the slide job down onto the inside. Will they bring him up on the apex? It's Gagara who's going to win the battle coming off of turn number 2.
1 is 6, followed by Brandon Hagan in the 12 car, sitting in position number 7.
Down in between turns number 3 and 4, the leader coming off at turn 4.
coming down the front straightaway. That is Wiesner. Gregor running right there in the number 2 spot. And look who is up to the number 3 spot as we speak right now. It is Marcacelli, and Marcacelli goes to the outside. Marcacelli in the M1 car is now worked his way up to the number 2 spot. Going down between the corners off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Ladies and gentlemen, the 30 lap Dirt Car Sportsman feature winner, 2 in a row, Danny Wiesner. Dave Marcacelli finishing second. Giguere in the number 3 spot. Hilton in the number 4 position. Back there 5th is James Henry in car number 21.
Well, you know, you may get all the glory, but to share the love and the wealth with these guys is obviously the way you feel about them, and definitely a team effort. You couldn't do this by yourself.
Absolutely not. I mean, this is a team effort between the sponsorship. These guys come, you know, they're not expecting much from me besides just a good race, and my family has supported me forever, and I'm glad they all came. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it down to the track, but it's just great to win here.